Hello, everybody, and welcome to Trending Topics. Today, our topic is National Chili Month. We are going to make some chili. My name is Joni Rampolla, one of the registered licensed dietitians with your Giant and Martins. And let's kick it off. So, as I said, October is National Chili Month, and we are celebrating that for our trendy topic today. So I have two unique ingredients that I'm putting into this chili, and I'm going to talk about both of them. And one of them is pumpkin. And before anybody says anything, if you haven't tried pumpkin chili, there's no saying I don't know if I would like it because I was that way, my husband was that way. And then once we tried it, we're both like, oh, you don't even taste the pumpkin. This is actually really good. So do want to say it's something to try. Make sure that you're buying 100% pumpkin, right? You don't want pumpkin pie filling. That would be awful. That's sweet. That's not what mixes well with chili. This is 100% pumpkin. You get that natural pumpkin power. So it's naturally rich in vitamin A from beta carotene. It has potassium, fiber, great for immune health, heart health, vision. You're kicking up the nutrition of your chili. It's like that hidden vegetable in there. So pumpkin puree adds body and creaminess without extra fat or dairy. And you're including some fall produce. So foods like pumpkin, sweet potato, squash helps you eat seasonably and affordably. And then flavor and texture is really what it's providing. It gives that ever so subtle, not quite sweetness, but I'll call it subtle sweetness that balances chili spices beautifully. It's a bridge between savory and ever so slightly sweet. Some prefer their chili a little spicier, some a little milder. You can still play with the spice level to make it what you like. And I adjust all recipes to be what I like as well. So adding pumpkin makes your chili extra thick and silky. And I am a thick chili girl, so I think it adds something wonderful to your chili. The second ingredient that I want to talk about is the specific beef that I chose. And this month, our dietitian's pick is the Organic Meat Company, all their products, but I am using their ground beef. So our tomatoes, our beef, and our beans are joining the pumpkin party here. So the Organic Meat Company ground beef and all of their other products that they have are certified organic. They're raised with care without antibiotics or added hormones and contain no synthetic additives. Organic grass-fed and grass-finished red meat is naturally high in omega-3 fatty acids, beta carotene, vitamin E, as well as other nutrients like conjugated linoleic acid, iron, zinc, and B vitamins. So the organic grass-fed meat definitely has more nutrition in there than traditional. You use what you like, right? You make this recipe yours. I'm just saying this is a really good choice if you are looking for something new and different that does add a richer flavor. Their meat comes from animals raised for their whole lives in low stress environments, free to roam open pastures with fresh air, clean water, and natural shelter. The difference is definitely one you can taste. I mean, I think it tastes amazing. It's got a really deeper flavor, this beef than traditional beef. It retains its natural tenderness, is nutrient dense, and has a richer flavor the way food should be. And this is their slide that I just want to show you. USDA certified organic, grass-fed and finished, no antibiotics ever, no added hormones ever, never confined to feedlots ever, no synthetic additives, and their meat is more nutrient dense, right? Like it's a great way to nourish you and your family with delicious, ethically produced meat, something that you can feel good about. So they do have in our stores more than just ground meat. Today is actually my wedding anniversary. Woohoo! And on sale this week is the organic sirloin steak. And I bought that for our dinner tonight because we're going out on the weekend. Tonight, I'm just making a nicer dinner home. But yeah, they have different varieties and it is found by the meat case in the store. All right, so what we are making today is pumpkin chili. So this recipe is ready in 40 minutes. So I'm doing the speed up version of it today, right? Because I don't have 40 minutes. It does earn 2 guiding stars, and we know that that makes it wonderful. Sorry about that. I was muted. I don't know how that happened. I am going to go back, guiding stars. Um, It helps you shop like a nutrition pro, right? You can find stuff in the store that is better for you, or on savory recipes, you can find recipes that are better for you. So 1 star is good, 2 stars is better, 3 stars is best. This is the ingredient list: oil, yellow onion chopped, red bell pepper chopped, the organic meat co, 85% ground beef, 4 cloves of garlic, 2 tablespoons of chili powder, ground cumin, cinnamon, tomato paste, low sodium vegetable broth, diced tomatoes, and then that can of pure pumpkin puree, water if you choose to add it, and beans if you choose to add it. So these are some serving ideas for chili. Sometimes you make chili and you eat it out of the bowl and then there's some leftover. What do you do with the leftover to make it a little bit different? My favorite is I put it over a sweet potato and then a little cheese on top. That's my favorite. I also sometimes put it over rice. I love our, instant pack of rice. Put it over that. It can be with just bread, whole grain rolls, oyster crackers, cornbread, topped with Greek yogurt. I love that too. And I'm going to do that today with some cheese and either avocado or scallions or red diced onions, or jalapeno, whatever you'd like to top your chili with. And this chili is also great for meal prep because it freezes really nicely. So these are the steps, and some of them I pre-did, but heat the oil in a Dutch oven, large heavy bottom pan. I'm just using a skillet so you can see in it. We're going to cook the onion and bell pepper for about 10 minutes. Mine are already cooked. We're going to add the beef and season with salt and pepper, cook 6 to 8 minutes. I cook them separately so you can just see them both, because when you cook them together, they blend. But I did those 2 steps. We're starting from the third step. Add the garlic, chili powder, cumin, cinnamon, cook for 30 seconds. Add the tomato paste and cook for 1 minute, stirring constantly. Add the broth, tomatoes, pumpkin, and 1 cup of water. Stir to combine, then bring to a boil. Reduce to a simmer and cook 10 to 15 minutes until thickened. If it's too thick, add water. Gosh, that confuses me because I am someone that I don't like mine watery. I like it as thick as it possibly can be. Stir in the beans and season with salt and pepper. Then you're going to cook another 3 to 5 minutes until heated through. Then top it how you like it. Greek yogurt and cheese are my favorite toppings. Garnish as desired. All right, I'm going to stop sharing right now. We'll talk about that in a minute. And then I'm going to start cooking. So before I start, I just want to see chili texture. I'm doing a little poll because I am a thick chili and I just want to see, when it comes to chili texture, where do you stand? Your choices are thick, the spoon practically stands up in it. I'm that girl. Somewhere in between, hearty but still spoonable, or thin like a soup or a stew. And I see it coming in, and most people seem to be somewhere in the middle. And I see it's still coming in, but about 62%. I'm going to stop it here, is somewhere in the middle. And almost nobody said thin. Interesting. Yes, I'm a thick girl, so just gonna talk through what we're doing here. So this is the meat, the organic Miko ground beef, and it says on it, no added hormones ever, no antibiotics ever, no feedlots ever. And I cooked that meat already, and I didn't add it to the peppers because I just want you to see it. It does have a richer color than traditional ground meat as well. I'm going to turn on my pan, throw that in the pan. And I cooked mine earlier this morning, so it's not hot anymore, but hopefully it'll heat up quick. And then this is my red bell pepper and onions. And while you're supposed to cook them together, I just want to show you the size of them and how they're cut and what it looks like. They kind of brown a little bit after being cooked. And that's what you want, the onion to be translucent, ready to go. All right. So I'm going to reheat this up here in my pan. And while that is heating, I'm going to start adding the spices. So garlic is the first. So this is a bulb of garlic. And we took 4. It's my hand's dirty. Let me just wipe it on a towel. got some beef there. 4 cloves of garlic, and I minced them. And this is my minced garlic. I'm going to add that. And then let's see, 2 tablespoons of chili powder. And I just want to say, when you're looking at recipes in savory, they say low sodium chili powder. And in the beginning, that totally confused me because mine just says chili powder. It doesn't say low sodium chili powder. But the only ingredient in here is the chili powder. There's no salt in this. So this is a low sodium chili powder. I guess some of them are not, but that confused me because I couldn't find the words that I see in the recipe. So I just wanted to call that out. So I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of chili powder. All right, and then let's see what's next. 1 teaspoon of ground cumin. And just have my ground cumin, 1 teaspoon. Throw that in the pan. And then half a teaspoon of cinnamon. This is my half teaspoon measure. I'm going to put cinnamon in there, right? Don't typically put cinnamon in pumpkin. I mean, in chili, but with a pumpkin, it actually is good. So it doesn't necessarily make it sweet, but it adds just a different, deeper flavor. All right. Then we're going to add the tomato paste. So I just have this jar here. I already used my can opener on the lid. And I'm going to just put this in. A whole little 6-ounce jar of tomato paste. And then let's stir it and see where we are. Mix it all up. The tomato paste gets like a darker color, and that's when you know they're ready to add the liquid. I'll just show you that. That's what it looks like. And then we're going to add 2 cups of broth. And it's a low sodium vegetable broth that I'm adding. You can choose regular if you don't need it to be lower sodium. And I'm just going to pour that in. So here's me. In the directions, it says add the broth, the tomatoes, and the pumpkin. And I'm going to do that. We just added the broth, but it also says add a cup of water. I personally don't add the cup of water because I like that really thick chili. But it says after you add the cup of water, add more water if you need it thinner. I like it really thick. So it's personal choice. To me, chili is kind of like coffee, right? People have very strong opinions of how they like it, but nobody's wrong, right? It's just a preference. So I added the broth. Now we're going to add tomatoes. So I'm using what the recipe called for, which is the no added salt tomatoes. I'm going to dump that in. But I do want to call out that we have chili ready tomatoes. If you want a little bit more spice, I might choose that one too. But I'm just adding the no salt added variety today. So just put in the whole can, no draining. And then the pumpkin, we're going to add the pumpkin too. To get it out of the can, I have my little pumpkin spatula. It just seemed to fit. So this is the 100% pumpkin, no pumpkin pie in here. Don't want that. And I'm going to add that. Let's get this all in here. I'll mix it up and then I'll show you what it looks like. So yes, there's a lot of pumpkin going in here. And again, you make this recipe the way you like it, right? Leave the pumpkin out, put the pumpkin in, up to you. Then let me stir that for just a minute, and then I'll bring the pot closer and show it to you. Let's get this pumpkin mixed in there. And the pumpkin does make it thicker and silkier. And when you have that beef from the Organic Meat Co. that gives it that rich flavor, like that really rich beefy flavor, I think this is a really good chili. My neighborhood has a block party this weekend. This is what I'm bringing. We all have to bring a dish. Let me just mix it up for a minute and I'll bring it closer so you can see what it looks like. All right. So that is what don't want to spill it on my computer. That is what the chili looks like at this point. Right, and it is, I'm just going to show you the consistency. It is thicker, but I don't want to add more water personally, but that's what the recipe calls for. So I'm just letting you know what the recipe is and then what I'm doing a little bit different. All right, so then this is supposed to simmer for 15 minutes, but I don't have time to do that. But after 15 minutes, then we're going to stir in the beans. So I'm going to pretend, oops, let me just lower that fire. And to me, beans are something you can do too. So there's light red kidney beans. There's dark red kidney beans. You can put in black beans. You could put in Small red beans. Oh, this is bubbling a lot. You can put in small red beans. You can find the bean that works for you. Some people do pinto beans, whatever bean you like. And then put in your beans and give that a stir. And then this whole thing takes a while to get heated and have all the flavors meld together. So it takes a while to cook. So while that is cooking, I'm going to launch another poll about texture. Nope, we did texture. About pumpkin. All right, cook with pumpkin. Have you ever cooked with pumpkin in a savory dish before? One is yes, I love it. Two is not yet, but I'm a little bit intrigued. And three is what? Pumpkin can be savory, right? Because we're so used to pumpkin and sweet things. But yes, pumpkin can be savory. And most people seem to be not yet, but intrigued. Well, good. I hope this intrigues you and you actually try it. So 60% say not yet, 31% say yes, and 8% say, what? Pumpkin savory? Nope. Right. While that cooks a little bit, I am going to look at the questions. Just got a cocoa powder chili recipe. Oh, that does sound good. Yes, something different to try. What do you suggest for making it spicier but still healthy? So, great question. Adding in jalapeno is great, or the tomatoes, or just a little bit more chili powder, whatever you like. So, I actually have one of these that is finished from a pot I did earlier just to show you what I'm going to top it, but I stuck it in my microwave. So, I'm going to heat it up for a minute. And then we're going to top it as if this is done because this is going to take a while to cook. It still has a good 20 minutes and I don't have 20 minutes. But I want you to see how to top it because some things you can top it with could be red diced onion, right? That adds a little bit more spice. Jalapeno, that adds a little bit more spice. I happen to have a watermelon radish, one of those weird things. It tastes like a radish. Don't think it's sweet because it has the word watermelon in it. It's not. Um, Just kind of looks like that on the outside, but you could top it with just regular radishes too. I'm going to top this one with, I have just some plain Greek yogurt here and a little bit of cheddar cheese. And that's how I'm going to top mine, but to add spice, put some jalapeno on the top of it too. Like that kicks it up a little bit and makes it fun. I usually reduce my chili to make it thicker. Could I use my regular chili recipe and just add the pumpkin to thicken it instead? I assume that you can. Yes. Chili rules. Good use of all produce. Absolutely. I'm with you on that. What about tomatoes with fire roasted? Oh yeah, like that changed the flavor again. So you do whatever, whatever you like. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm gonna get this out here. And I just filled it. So this is my bowl of chili. Put it down here. Spoon, forgot the spoon. Stir it up a little bit. And again, I did not add water to this. And the recipe called for water because I like it thick. So this is very thick, and I know that. I'm gonna put a little of that on. I'm gonna add a little bit of cheese. Open my cheese here. Do a little sprinkle. And then just a little bit more of a light heat. I'm going to add a little bit of red diced onion. And I know I have a weird red spoon in there, but I couldn't find a spoon. But that is chili with the organico beef and some pumpkin in there. And I just like mine thick. That's how I like it. It can be watery like soup if you choose, but a delicious, delicious, warming comfort food. But if you do want to try a different beef, this would be a perfect one to do that. And then I'm going to share my screen one more time. So tomorrow, the Solutions Monday, Flyer to Fork with Shayna. Tuesday, Produce Spotlight, who's doing something with apples, and Charlotte. And then Wednesday is me with Table Talk. We're talking to an expert about mindfulness around Halloween. So thank you and take care. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. We're going to